Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of On the Palate. I'm Jordan Reviews It.
I'm Josh.
The Connoisseur.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot going on politically.
Yes.
With everything going on, and to all those out there feeling a certain type of way, hopefully this video might cheer you up, because today we have a very special Black-owned episode.
Yes.
And it's been very highly requested, ladies and gentlemen. We have Uncle Nearest.
Yeah.
How about that?
Uncle Nearest.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Yes. The
What do you
biggest
guys-
Black-owned distiller we have.
What is your overall perspective of Uncle Nearest?
I think Fawn has done a very good job of promoting this product and pushing it forward. I think she's the right person to be at the helm of this.
I agree with that.
I think as we go through this tasting, you'll see where I'm going as far as I think there's room for improvement. I like to shout out their master distiller, because V. Edie Butler, she's amazing. I want them to do some extra things. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Nearest is, the marketing is ingenious. The story is incredible. I'm somewhat a fan. I'm more so a fan of their higher end stuff, particularly 1820 and the Master's Blend as well. Also like their single barrel is pretty good too.
Okay.
The lower end stuff, I mean, we'll see. Traditionally, I haven't been too much of a fan of it, but we'll see. Things may change.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, not only are we trying some Uncle Nearest today, we are blinding Uncle Nearest today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we jump and dive deeper into this Uncle Nearest blind, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to ask you all to hurry up. If you're not a subscriber and you're watching this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are our 500th subscriber,
Yes.
then Josh, let him know.
You will win from us a bottle of Blanton's.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
I have an extra bottle. I feel generous this beautiful Black History Month, and I want to give it away.
That's fantastic.
That's black love. That's black love.
That's fantastic.
Speaking of Black love, I see you're wearing some Black love.
Well, thanks for pointing that out, my guy. So this is a hoodie by Eastside Golf, which they actually have a Jordan brand sponsorship. But they make a wide array of golf apparel, from shoes to hats to pants to everything you need to go and play golf, or just like generally want to be stylish. So, I mean, hey, I'd say definitely go and reach out, look at what they got to offer, because they definitely make comfortable clothes. But I see you got something on yourself.
And I am showing my love to Black-owned businesses, and my sweater comes from Yvonne X African Closet. That's right here in Maryland. Give them a shout out and try to check out her stuff. It's always really nice to have a sweater in the fall and winter to hang out in. And also, Uncle Nearest.
You can't leave me out. I got black tie, black suit. I got on black socks, black slacks.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Let's get to it.
Here we go. Before we jump into that, because, we got a particular commenter out there who was like, count how many times he said ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that's a good drinking game.
Yes. So if you can tell me how many times I said ladies and gentlemen in this video, well, maybe I have something for you, me personally. All right, well, gentlemen, how do we like to jump into this? It's Uncle Nearest, baby. Here we go. Can I get an Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Uncle Nearest, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's a blind.
Blind.
We are here to tell you or let you know, what, is it worth it? Can you get it? Would you try it again? Is it really worth the hype? I started my journey of bourbon drinking, or whiskey drinking in general, with Uncle Nearest.
You did?
Yes, I
Wow.
did.
Which one?
It was just a general Uncle Nearest.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
one of those.
I didn't know to pay enough attention at that time
To which
know,
one it
to
was.
what it was. But I started off with Uncle Nearest.
Yeah.
Moved into a Johnny Walker, Elijah Craig, and then I met a few friends and I upgraded, and then the habit began.
Yeah.
But Gentlemen, from left to right, we're gonna jump right into this Uncle Nearest Blind.
All right.
On the nose, gentlemen.
On the nose.
On the nose.
It's not bad. I'm shocked. It's not bad at all.
I think generally they do a mighty fine job.
I wasn't expecting nothing out of that.
Yes. I'm getting a little bit of white grapes on this one.
Yeah.
It's
Straightforward.
not bad at all, actually.
It's a little light.
I was ready to hate on him.
You gotta be honest though. You really do gotta be
A
honest
little
with them.
vanilla in the middle, but overall,
Yeah, it's light.
grapes.
Give me a proof. What you think?
Proof-wise, this has got to be in the 90s.
Yeah.
I would say maybe 85. I don't even know if they make it in 85.
but
Yeah, I
it's
don't
low.
know.
Definitely, I say
It's
90.
90 or below for sure,
Yeah, definitely 90 or below.
and it's quite young. It's very
Yeah,
very light.
That's what I'm getting, young.
Yeah, it's and it's
Well.
quite thin
Well, Josh, I'll let you call this one.
on the palate.
That's the rye. I always do this, but that's the rye.
I think it is too, just because it's that spice on the end of it.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
But it is quite young. Boy, that's some young
It's not
rye.
bad.
If
What
it's
do you-
rye,
what do
it's
you-
young.
What do you think of that overall, though?
It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
It's not bad, definitely. It's just young. It's very, very young. Wow, it's young.
Like, as we're navigating through these, I'm trying to build an understanding of where Uncle Nearest fits in the market of bourbons. Like, I think that it attempts to sit on this level of everybody can enjoy this, while not, from this particular, from that one particularly, while not trying to like overshadow anything, like not really trying to expand the realm of, I guess, bourbon. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Well, I think Fawn is trying to do what the Big Four have done. She wants to do what Jim Beam has done. I think she's trying to do what Wild Turkey has done, Maker's Mark, and Brown Foreman.
Yeah.
I just think that's what she's trying to do. This is after tasting this, it's
It's standard.
standard. It's
Yeah.
no better than a Jim Beam or
But if I may say, and maybe it's because I'm on the palate with this one, no pun intended, but it doesn't necessarily give me that super burn, or it doesn't have an off-putting taste.
No.
So again, back to your point of just being standard, it's like if you want to support a very well notarized black-owned company, right? Mm-hmm. And this is a great place to start. If you
I
just,
put this up against any white label Jim Beam out there, any entry level Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, moving on. We are ranking these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we
far,
are.
it's gonna be last.
So far that's last for me. If you can, just, I don't know, because we're back to scoring, right? So what would you give that score overall?
No, it's gonna be pretty low.
Yeah, 77.
Yeah, I was thinking 75.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a 70, and that's being nice.
Yeah, I was thinking 75. Definitely 75.
70 is nice. Would you buy that? What's your MSRP in these things? They're like $60,
So they're-
$70.
1856, 1884, you're looking at about $54. The rye, you're looking at about 62, depending on what county you're in or what state you're in. And then it starts to get really scary as you go into these. And I'll let you put those out.
Yeah, I know that's like 89, 99,
Yeah,
and 1820 was like 139.
but you can't find it.
Yeah, you can't get it at that.
Yeah.
And the same with the other one.
And the master blend as well, you can't find it. Its secondary pricing is what, probably 400?
450 for the master's blend. 1820. I just haven't seen it on secondary.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
just not
imagine
enough of them out there.
It's at least I'm just gonna say 800, something like that. If you can find it.
Man,
I've never seen it.
I'll tell you this right now. This first one, I wouldn't pay over $50.
I wouldn't buy it.
I wouldn't pay $50 for it.
I wouldn't buy it at all.
And we said what we said earlier, and I'm just saying, like, in terms of $50 bourbons, I personally, as a bourbon appreciator, would expect more of like a dynamic palate. I think sometimes you run away from proof in an attempt to like bring in a market, but I just feel like maybe this is a beginner level.
Yes, totally beginner. But my argument is that I know several 90 proofs with more interesting palates.
I agree.
That's my thing, and I think that we should definitely do something with that later on, as we go through the year. Introduce at least one interesting 90 proof that's accessible for people, the ladies and gentlemen out there, so that they can really get some type of entry level. I mean, we've already done the Sable. Yeah. I think that's approachable, but out of the price range. Yeah. So we're going to try to introduce you to some reasonably priced 90, but very interesting palates. That'd be great.
And that's just our guess at the rye. We could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if this is rye or not at all.
We could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just that spice.
You know how, definitely taste the spice on the back end. If you've been in the game long enough, you know the difference between a high rye or bourbon.
All right, gentlemen. Well, moving on.
On the nose.
Oh my God.
Oh, that nose is terrible.
That is hard. It's so bad I was going to drink it.
That's a bullet nose.
Yes, you called it.
This is a bullet nose.
You called it, because it's like you smell bullet and you're getting ethanol to the whiskers.
Yeah.
Like,
wow, this is a bullet.
Super thin, super young. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I would guess this is 1884.
The first nose was a lot better than that.
First nose is definitely better.
First nose is definitely better.
This will be 1884.
Oh my goodness.
This is last.
Order from last.
Do I have to taste it?
We have to taste it.
On the palate. Let's get that over with. On the palate. Well, it's not as bad as it smells.
It's not as bad. It definitely doesn't translate. This would be great in a mixed Manhattan or a old fashioned.
Hot toddies.
Hot toddy. Anything. This is mixable.
Yeah, I actually might give this one a slight nod over the
noses. Yeah, but the nose is terrible.
The nose is terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the nose is still bad.
It tastes better than this one.
It tastes better though. Like,
the taste on this one is really nice.
Like
it's
all
just
the way through.
all the way through.
I agree.
Very nice, very approachable.
It's okay.
Lots of.
It just smells bad.
Yeah.
But on the barometer of like meh to great bourbons, it's like one step above meh, and we're two Uncle Nearests in. No disrespect though.
No disrespect.
I'm saying to a novice, to an entry level, if just want to go out and support, you won't be sorry with these. But once you figure out everything else out there, you can be like, oh man, I spent a lot of time here. But I think we'll find this at some point in time in this episode to be somewhat of a. The only thing I struggle with Uncle Nearest is I just feel like they have like I feel like they have something good, but everything else is just like, I don't know. And that's how I feel right now. I haven't tried a lot of these, and we'll figure that out today, but it's just, I just feel like it goes from like, should I care about this to, okay, this is all right, and I should care about it, but maybe everybody doesn't get the opportunity to have that.
I'm totally with you, and that's when I start saying that she's trying to be like the Big Four, which is amazing that Fawn has taken on that mission to be like the Big Four, because again, you're not going to catch us drinking the entry-level Jim Beams, the entry-level Wild Turkeys. We're not going to drink any of that stuff, but it's still out there, right? So I get what she's doing. I think she's a little high on the price points here. Yes. I think if you put this at, we'll wait till we figure it out. Let's wait till we figure it out.
Because we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's the reality.
Yeah, we don't know.
What is your overall rating on that second one?
78, 79.
Yeah,
I'll give it 78, just slightly above the last.
Yeah, those are high ratings. I give it 71. 71, and I'm being nice. 78.
Yeah.
We gotta read.
You know what? You are right, because 80 is like that is a standard banger.
Yes.
70, yeah, and I would have to go back to even the first one, and the first one would be a 72 for me, and this second one would probably be a 73.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am for now. I don't see a reason to go less. Because I believe that these are worth drinking, just not worth the money.
I agree. Thus far. From what we tried thus far.
Thus far.
What is your guess on which one that one is?
1884.
Same here. That's right.
1884. Yeah, I can agree with you on that one. 1884. So we're going first. We're all agreed upon that the first one was the rye, and then the second one was 1884.
Do we all agree that that's 6 and 5 in order?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rye last, and then the last one.
All right, cool.
Not that we have to agree.
No, we do not have to agree.
We agree. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
On the nose, Jim.
On the nose. That's a better nose.
A lot better nose.
That's the best nose so far.
This smells like a bourbon worth smelling, honestly. Where to me, and I hope the palate.
The color's getting better. Yeah. It's not there yet, but it's better. It's much better.
Yeah, get ethanol.
I am,
Yeah,
but
there's some
I'm
ethanol.
also getting some aromatics.
Yeah, it's aromatic. It's definitely
Still young.
very soft floral feel. It's definitely young.
Yeah, and while it may be young though,
Because this is a low proof. You know this is low proof. So if we're getting ethanol on this lowest proof, it's probably because it's young.
it's just to me it's standard in terms of like relative to the mash bill, honey, corn, nothing too out there. You know, it's not winning any competitions, but you know,
It's not bad.
yeah,
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Not
No,
bad
I mean by
nose at
saying
all.
that, I'm saying it's like it's not blowing my socks off.
Nah.
But it's like again, it's back to your whole bullet comparison. It's bullet.
Yep.
It's bullet. All right, brothers,
On the palate.
on the palate.
That's closer. That's getting
Step
closer.
up. That's the best so far.
That's best so
That's
far.
a major step up for me, though.
I
That's
actually like that.
I like them. I like that a lot.
That's one of their best offerings.
Wonder what
This is one of their best offerings.
I wonder what this is.
This is actually pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I just wish it's still young
So
though.
thin.
Yeah, it's very young. It needs to sit a little longer, maybe 2 more years in the barrel. This would kill it.
That's absolutely good. That's a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's $70, I'd spend $70 on that.
Yeah.
If that's $70, it's $70 relative to the price of an Uncle Nearest.
This is actually
Relative to the price of Uncle Dearest, because
This
there
is
are
actually
plenty
really
of better $70 bourbons out
All right.
there.
But that's good. That's
that is good. This is good.
That's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
That's good.
And
Rating?
I'm gonna rate it 79.
Whoa.
Josh is way better than
Yeah,
that.
it's 79. That's
It's
good.
78.
That's
so-
close.
so
That's
it's-
so close to the ones we just had.
Yeah,
It's way
it
better.
can still be there.
I would give this, in my opinion, like maybe an 82 or an 83.
When I second taste, before we give our final ratings, I might go up higher. But right now,
I
they're
want to go with 82.
Yeah.
I like that rating.
79.
82.
It's not too much bitterness on the finish. There is this like refinedness as well on the back end. I'm not getting too much of anything in terms of like honey, red fruits, or anything like that. But it's just pretty standard, like sort of like a sandalwood dryness.
Yep.
I actually like it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the
Vanilla,
fruit, I get a little fruit on
sandalwood.
it, too.
A decent
I'm
hug
getting
on the
some-
back.
yeah.
It doesn't die out.
Yeah.
So
I would drink
the
this.
master distiller is definitely doing what she's supposed to do with this. But again, maybe this is it.
All right,
I'm such a fan of the master blend and the 1820 that I know what I'm drinking. I don't know what I'm drinking here,
what you guess
but I
this
know
to be?
that they're not these.
What do you guess
This
this to be?
single barrel.
Single barrel?
Yeah.
I got this as Master's Blend.
No.
That's my guess. Because it's definitely got some proof on it.
Yes. But the single barrel has proof on it.
It does.
This,
But I would expect the single barrel to be darker.
I don't know enough to guess which one this is, but I would assume that this is your standard bottle. I mean, based off of
For
what?
real?
Listen,
56?
You
based,
think it's the 56?
what I'm saying is relative to the standard offering of many of those big four that you talked about. I think I could get something this good out of a Russell's 8 or 5 or whatever they
Yes,
have
yes.
out there. You know what I'm saying? Anything under 10, right? So
Yes.
I just.
The standard Russell's is better.
This should be what they offer at standard. Whatever this is, it
You
should.
saying that's the white label? You saying that's white label Jim Beam?
What I'm saying is whatever this is, like from the perspective of just like if we're tasting before you put this out to a market, these two I wouldn't even. Whatever you did with those, maybe it's the proof. I don't know.
Yes.
But go back and figure it out because those ain't it. And maybe your attempt with these is to mass appeal.
Yes.
But once you figure out what bourbon is, you're like, why are you spending your time with this? Like you're making bourbon for a bunch of entry level people who, if you want to make something that they're going to appreciate at an entry level, I feel like they're just going to stop buying this once they figure out what the game is.
Well,
And
see, that's where she's brilliant at, is that she makes the baseline higher in price, readily available, and then short you on availability of the higher end things. I think it's a brilliant strategy.
I don't think it's smart though, because it's like this, whatever this is, it
Should be entry level.
It should be your entry level.
Yeah. I would say that's your bottle and bond, that's your 101. That's for the big ones. Elijah, if you're going Evan Williams, this is just as good as Evan Williams bottle and bond.
Yeah, that's a cool.
All right, gentlemen, moving on.
So wait a minute, what was your guess? You said you think that's what?
I'd say it's single barrel, but I could be wrong.
What'd you say?
I don't know enough to know enough. I don't know enough. I just know the first one's most likely to ride. The second one has to be your next bottom shelf. I gotta try more of these to see.
Yes.
Yeah,
I need to try more to see.
All right, cool.
All right, next one.
Next one.
On the nose.
On the nose.
Great nose.
Much better nose. Now
By far the best nose.
we're getting into some quality.
By
This is
far the
quality.
best nose.
This is quality. This is fruit forward, cherries, vanilla.
This is amazing nose.
Then you're starting to get a little bit of oak on the back end.
I'm gonna give you a 93 on the nose.
Much
That high
better.
for me.
This is solid.
It's that high for me.
This is solid. A teeny bit of proof in there. Teeny bit. The proof is very tolerable.
I get the proof as well. I give it
Yeah.
a solid 89 on the nose.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Solid
89.
And again, I do want to point out that we haven't given scores on noses thus far, just because I don't feel like there's
No.
been a nose worthy of a score.
Yeah.
That is even worth talking about. But this one is, I think, definitely worthy of a score on the nose. And I hope it translates.
And that's a beautiful bourbon color.
Take us there.
The color's good.
Jordan.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the palate.
There you go.
That's a bourbon.
That's beautiful.
That's a bourbon.
All right, I take it back. That last one was 1856. This is the single barrel.
That's a bourbon.
I'm confused.
That's a bourbon right there. That's a bourbon.
That's good.
so
Actually, you know what? This might be master blend.
I think it might be too.
Yeah, this might be master blend. This is delicious.
I gotta taste the next two.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
So these are whiskeys, not bourbons.
what's the difference?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Josh. Inform the people. Because
So-
this entire time I've been saying bourbon, bourbon, bourbon.
Yes.
And on the bottle it says whiskey.
Yes.
I don't see bourbon on here anywhere.
Yes. So it has to be in the barrel a certain amount of time, and it has. So in order to be a bourbon, ladies and gentlemen, it has to be in a brand new white oak barrel. You can pick your char. Chars go from 1 to 4. 4 plus you can also get as well. It has to sit in the barrel for at least 2 years. Those are the qualifications. It has to have at least 51% corn in order for it to be called a bourbon.
And it does not have to be made in
No.
Kentucky.
In America. It has to be made in America.
Right.
In American oak barrels.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Don't kill me in the comments, okay? It's whiskey, I know. Fine.
Yes.
All right, that was good.
That one was good though. What's your overall rating on that?
Oh, this one definitely is now starting in this is 81, 82.
The Russian Judge here. That's a solid, I'll give the last one 82, I believe. I'll give this one, maybe 86.
Give it 85.
86.
I may have to come back, guys. I know this isn't the 1820. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saving my 90s, 80s, and high 80s and 90s for 1820.
I just want to point out something very interesting here. I put a wide gap between these ones.
There's a huge gap.
Regardless of where these fall, there's a wide gap here.
Yes.
Between what these two are and what those two were. But at the same time, we still want to give perspective to those out there from all levels of just general bourbon appreciation or entry-level bourbon drinkers.
Yes.
So moving on, ladies and gentlemen, well, before we go, what's your guess on that one? Did we do that?
Yeah. I said that this one is single barrel.
What about you, Devon?
I'm confused at this point.
I'm totally. I wouldn't know at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little sketchy as far as knowing what we're drinking
I'll
right
say
now.
Master's Blend just because
I just know none of them of what we've had is the 1820. That's what I do know.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on the palate with the next one.
On the nose.
On the nose.
On the nose.
On the nose. I'm sorry.
On the nose.
On the nose.
Oh, that nose. There we go. Now we're talking. That is bourbon on a good level here.
That's good.
You're talking about very fruit forward, red dry fruits.
I'm picking some stuff up now.
Some vanillas, some graham crackers. Very nice. I'd give this nose easily 87, 88.
I'm 92 on the nose.
Oh, this nose is good.
I agree. I get that like a 80.
It's doing a great job.
Well, Josh, take us there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the palate. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Was that the 1820?
It's probably 1820.
Oh my goodness.
I think
by
that's
far
the
the best.
master's blend.
You think that's the master's blend?
I remember it's-
All I know is those are the two best, and this is one of the best things we've had today.
I remember trying this. I remember
Good.
trying this.
This is so good. And that's what hurts my feelings about Uncle Nearest. This.
Yes, there's a wide. That's like okay. We'll
But
talk. Let's finish.
Yes, let's finish.
Yeah.
Because again, we do the same thing with Jim
Yeah.
Beam. White label Jim Beam compared to Booker's is a different thing.
Yeah.
So let's not be so hard.
This is amazing.
Yeah, let's not be so hard. Oh, that's the smell, taste wise. I'm gonna put it to 85. This is something you might stand in line for.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'd stand in line for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd stand in line for this
Not
one.
over the last one though. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's close.
Yeah, it's definitely over the last one. Yeah, for me that one's the best one so far.
I would agree. I got mine in order.
Yeah.
I tasted them.
Same here.
It's crazy.
Same here. Same here. And
Wow.
yeah, overall I give that one an 88. 88.
I don't mind being the Russian judge on this one because I'm gonna go real. I'm jumping out the window when I taste the 18.
And my scores are like relative to I think Uncle Nearest.
Yeah.
Like I'm not when I say 90 for this or and at the same time a 90 for a Pappy or a Weller, it's not. It's not the same 90. You know what I'm saying?
It's a 92 overall for me. It's really good.
It's really good.
It's close to the 1820, but I don't know if that's it. It's
I think
close.
that one was Master's Blend.
Yeah, I think that was Master's
I
Blend.
remember trying Master Blend, and I remember like just feeling the proof.
Yes.
And I felt the proof so much on that one so far. But we, that's
Hey,
fine.
it is what it is. All right, on to our last
All right.
one.
On the nose.
On the
On
nose.
the nose, brothers.
Oh,
Again,
that's it. That's it.
that's
Who put these?
That's
on?
it. I didn't. So as you all know how we do our blinds, one person puts the stickers on the glass and pours, and then another one of the brothers stands in and moves the glasses around, and then we call out the number as we go. All we know is that this is in order. With some honeysuckles,
And-
cherries,
Yeah, that's good.
And so like back to you just
peanut
saying,
butter
'cause-
in there too.
Because
Oh,
what Josh explained earlier was what a bourbon was, right? And so when we talk about what a whiskey is, it can be a wide array of mash bills.
yes.
And, along the lines of malted barley, corn, rye, wheat, etc. And man, I'm pretty sure they don't disclose their mash bill on a lot of these just because they want to, have some nature of proprietary development of their of their substance. But man, this is so it's like when we talk about whiskey, it's probably like more of a wider array of like things to play with when we talk about the palate and stuff like that.
Well, what I will say, just like Jack Daniels is accepted among bourbon drinkers as close to a bourbon, I think that Uncle Nearest on the high end should be considered close to a bourbon.
Okay.
That's what I believe. Just because your Coy Hills, it says whiskey.
Let us know what you think out there.
Yes.
So I guess that's the debate there. Like, is bourbon the holy grail of whiskey?
Yeah,
I agree.
for me,
I agree.
it is. I've had scotches, I've had Irish whiskeys, Canadian whiskeys, Japanese whiskeys, Vietnamese whiskeys, Chinese whiskeys, and
Malt whiskey.
Malt, yeah,
Whatever
just-
that is.
just bourbon is the king of, it's the king.
I agree. What about you, Damone?
I think this is amazing. Is that what we're talking about?
And we haven't even tried it yet.
To
I
try
know.
All right.
Let's move on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Damone, take us there.
It's very viscous. it's the 1820.
I don't get as much proof. I don't get as much proof on this one, but I get
Hands down, 1820.
I get the best overall flavor.
This stands right next to your Whittle James, your Heaven Hill 17.
Yes.
This is great.
Yes.
This is so again for you all, ladies and gentlemen, that don't know. This is the year that Nathan Nearest Green was born, 1820, and the Master's Blend is what Edie picked out as her favorite, and she is the master blender, and she's done an amazing job. So I don't know where we are with these. All I know is that they're very, very distinctive.
Yeah, this is the best
That's
one.
what I know.
Well, I think we're all in agreement of our order.
This is the best one, for sure.
Let's move on to the reveal. Unless there's any unreadiness as it pertains to.
I got mine in the order.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we all have ours in order, and here we
Everybody
go.
agree with that? Y'all did the
Yes,
same thing?
same
The
thing.
only thing I would add as a deviation is there's a wide margin between the first two and the last four.
Well, I commend you on even putting the third one that close. These three are far and far ahead of
I
that
like
third
the
one.
nose on this third one.
Okay, that's true because the third one, the fourth
It's better
one,
overall flavor.
yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's look at our
So the
yellow.
lowest-
Look for your yellow.
The lowest one, no, last. Last was blue.
I'm just going out the number. Oh, so
Your last place is blue, right?
last
Yeah.
place is blue, dark blue.
Yeah.
Yep. I got blue, green.
Dark blue is the rye.
Yeah, we called
Dark
it.
blue is the rye.
Yeah, we called
Blue
it.
is the right.
All right.
Next is green.
Next is green. Green is the 1884.
We called that too.
Purple. Oh,
Purple
snap.
is.
Purple's the Master's Blend.
Damn. That's not good then. I'm shocked.
We gotta have a conversation about that. I gotta put that one ahead. I gotta have a conversation about that.
Wait a minute. That means 1856 is better.
Yellow.
Holy shit.
Hold on. Lord have mercy. There's something that just happened here.
Yellow is next to
Yellow is 1856.
I'm not surprised.
I'm gonna go back.
I'm not
I'm gonna bring these
surprised.
two together. I'm gonna go back on these two.
We gotta, well,
They might be out of order.
two different conversations.
Yeah, these are conversations. We need to have a conversation there.
Light blue is single barrel.
Light blue is single barrel. And black is 1820.
And that is their best, right?
1820 is the best.
Okay,
That's
so
the-
we
that's the
got
best
that.
offering.
We got that.
I would like to go
Yeah,
back
we called-
and revisit
We
this.
called this.
Or y'all want to stick with what
Let's
you have
have-
here? I want to revisit.
Let's have a conversation about what
me
were those,
clear my
what
palate.
were those two? What were those two?
That is 1856 and Master's Blend.
1856 and
I think they might switch. I'm gonna go back.
I'm not switching anything.
No switch
still.
for me.
But I think it's worthy of a conversation because how much is the master blend?
It's hard to find, but it's.
Master's Blend's hard to find.
But
You're looking at
it's like
secondary.
400, 500 if you
Yeah,
find it.
If
secondary.
you find it,
prices.
it's 400 to 500.
If you
Yeah.
find it. It's
Right,
definitely
and-
not
1856 sells on the shelf all day, every day.
1856 is on the shelf.
This is not what I remember 1856 tasting like.
That's the beauty of a blind, baby.
So 1856 is pretty good.
It's pretty good, and that's just
Then
which
that
one?
means what we've been talking about is not true.
But this is
Then
my
they're putting out a product that is well worth the standard whiskey for $50.
Sure. 1856 is definitely worth
Yeah.
$60. That's great. That's great whiskey
now.
at that price.
Let's let Josh deliberate in process. Deliberate in process, Josh. You still think that they belong where they belong, or should they be changed? I'm unmoved. I'm unwavered. I'm solid.
Yeah, same here.
Because my next question adds to the conversation, I believe.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. I can't change them.
Okay. Now, next question.
But then our whole conversation during this tasting is debunked.
Let's go down the line. The best of the best.
Yes.
What does that sit next to, comparably?
1820, like I said, Widow Jane.
No. I'm talking about give me a bottle of a particular stature. What does that 1820 sit next to, in your opinion?
Heaven Hill 17-year.
A 17-year-old Heaven Hill?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll put that up against the Russell's 15.
Yeah, this is
Russell's 15.
This is
Russell's
on the
15.
shelf.
And even though it probably ain't, I don't know if that's age statement wise.
That's 11 years.
11 years? Yeah, I knew it wasn't over 15.
Yes, 11 years aged.
All right. Okay, I can taste that age.
This
All
is
right.
on the shelf.
Moving on. Number two. Number two.
Single barrel.
The single barrel. What would you put that next to? I definitely say it's better than a Weller 12 year.
Rare breed.
Okay.
I put it next to a rare breed.
What about you, Damon?
And rare breed is one of the top of the line for wild turkey.
You put it over a Blanton's?
No.
As far as taste,
That's a single barrel.
the proof is better.
It's not going to
But
be
if I had
the
a choice,
Buffalo Trace
this
stuff.
versus
Single barrel
Blanton's,
wise.
I would drink this over Blanton's.
You would drink that over Blanton's, right? Proof, yeah. Yeah.
The single barrel?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Single barrel is great. It's worth $89 for sure.
Okay, so this meets you all's, I know you all's palate. This definitely meets your palate.
So,
I'm a cherry forward palate, so this is going to be a step behind Blanton's for me.
yeah, not as much sweetness, more dryness when we
Yes.
talk about these whiskeys, because
Yes.
obviously there's probably not enough corn.
Yes.
Now, when we talk about, because we're talking about high lows here, like
Mm-hmm.
the best of the best, we got what's available, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
we'll have that conversation. But at lows of the lows, there isn't a single thing on the market that I can even think twice about that these lows, I would
At the price point.
at the price point
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I would not choose these over a single low level bourbon that I can think of.
Only at the price point. I'd rather have this than a white label Jim Beam.
I will drink a $13 Old Granddad all day before I even think about this.
The $13 one?
Yes.
Not the Bottle and Bond.
Yes.
The $13.
That Ball and Bond would be
What about
20
the
bucks.
Maker's $20?
Maker's $20. Even a
Black
bullet.
label, wait a minute, Black label Evan Williams?
Even-
Then this?
Yes, even a bullet. I'd have to even take a bullet over those.
Oh, this is bullet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I don't even know why these exist. Like, I sincerely do not know
because,
why these exist.
come on now.
I don't know why they exist, bro. Like,
Come
it's
on.
just
We gotta
you're
look up
wasting
something.
big pots.
I agree.
You're wasting big pots of juice on something that is absolutely, in my opinion, not even worth considering at the price point that they
Yeah, I
are.
agree.
You know what I mean?
And the 1884 is not much cheaper than the 56. So I agree with you. What's the point of the 1884?
What is the point? And then
Yeah.
what do we have second to last?
The rye.
Oh yeah, I mean.
No, second to last.
I think this
1884,
in the
Rye is
Rittenhouse. So
last.
Rittenhouse and
This is
Sazerac.
100 proof. The rye was 100 proof. They got
So you don't think this is as good as the Sazerac? The Sazerac rye or the Rittenhouse rye?
no.
No.
I think they gotta proof it up. I think they gotta do something with that rye. I mean, I'm getting the spice, not as much as I would want from a spice, but you're getting it. I think they maybe gotta proof it up or something. But the rye, I think, is not even worth it at whatever that is.
I agree.
And then, what was that? The 1884.
No good.
It's no bueno to me, bro.
Yeah.
And so I guess I guess the one thing we learned here today is that they have a high, they have something really great, they have something good, and they have something like they have something really good, and then they have something good that is readily accessible.
What about four roses round bottle?
I would take a Four Roses. I'm just like, these are bottles that I mean, these are like, in terms of overall palate, the question is why am I drinking this if it's not in a mixed drink or at a random bar
Right.
and I asked for an old fashioned
Right.
or I asked for something where I really didn't want to taste the liquor? Like,
What about entry level Old Forester? You think it's
yes,
bad, worse than that?
I take an entry level Old Forester. It's just, again, the question is why do these exist?
Well,
when-
again, now, so let's give this caveat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna keep bringing this. So they initially were not pouring their own distillate.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were getting distillates from everywhere else. And I think that these two are their first, these three actually are their first attempts at their own distillate.
Is that right?
You know
Yeah.
what's interesting about this as I read this bottle? It says the rye is a product of Canada.
There you go.
So this is what, would this be considered their MGP?
Yeah. So
makes
here's the thing, and we're gonna get in this conversation down the road, ladies and
makes
gentlemen. But a lot of newer distillers don't have the time to put their own barrels out right away. People want to put some age behind their first barrels. So what they do is they go to other companies with older barrels, and then they do a mixture process. So I believe that the master distiller, Edie Butler, she went to Canada, found a rye she liked there. Did it with put some New York water with it, because New York water, that Hudson water is winning this year, and they put out this rye product. As far as the 1884, I know that was a product that they got from multiple distillers, and hey, this shows that. So what we do know, after me speaking to our local distributor of Uncle Nearest, she said this at the closest we'll get is end of 2025. I'm sorry, end of 2026 is the earliest we'll get this one. Master blend, maybe summer 2025. Single barrel, they're trying to make this a yearly drop. The other ones, again, they're just going to keep dropping these because they're selling well.
And I just want to just pinpoint on this very quickly, is that of all of the bottles, this is the one that they don't make or bottle themselves.
That's right.
And they have to get rid of it.
But that's why they introduced the green one. I think this is it for this one. They brought in the green
Nearest
label.
Green. The Nearest Green.
The Nearest Green. They brought that in to replace this.
Yeah,
And that is their own distillate, but I've had
the
reason why we don't have the Nearest Green, because I've had it. And I didn't even think it was worthy to be on this one.
I just feel like they have to get rid of it. This bottle is just ruining it's ruining, and it's probably costing them more money because it's coming from somewhere else. So it's just you got to get rid of that one because it doesn't even match the flavor profile of everything else.
Yes.
And then, but yeah, I mean, I think that we did identify something clear here is that 1856
It's great.
is great and it's readily available.
Yeah.
And I think also something to point out here is notice the color on the bottles, the labels, the darker labels. Right?
I mean, I got to give the connoisseur his props for this, because basically Uncle Nearest is based. You can build Uncle Nearest based on the color of the distillate, because here's your darkest, here's your darker, and there's your darker.
What are they telling us,
And they're in that order.
John, wait, did we just conspiracy brother our way to the conclusion of this video?
The darker Uncle Nearest gets, the better it is.
The darker the berry, ladies and gentlemen.
The sweeter the juice.
The sweeter the juice. Well, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to On the Palate. I hope you enjoyed this. Drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Remember, if you're that 500th subscriber, we will send you a free bottle of blends. Thank you all again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. More to come soon. You guys got anything before we go?
Make Black History a 365 thing.
Hey.
I have nothing else other than I'm shocked that 1856 was that good.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Well, happy Black History Month. Shout out to Uncle Nearest for what you're doing. Much appreciated. I'm looking forward to see what you all do in your growth. And we got to go visit sometime, guys, because apparently they have the Guinness World Record for the longest bar in the world, I think. But whatever. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. We're out. Peace.